face of religion appears to be changing. On a day when many Western New Yorkers are marking the beginning of the Lenten season, a new survey of Americans is giving us a better idea of where one nation under God stands on religion. According to the Pew Research Center, nearly 77% of all Americans have stayed as religiously engaged as they were 7 years ago. The majority of those Americans say they pray on a daily basis and also attend worship services at least 2 times a month.
But the Pew Research Center also found there's a growing number of people who don't affiliate themselves with any religion, and that has local denominations concerned. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley is live in downtown Buffalo with more. Ed?
Well, Ashley and Jeff, that Pew study also found that there are a lot of young people who are part of that group that don't feel that they are going to affiliate themselves with any organized religion. And that's why local churches are trying to find new and unique ways of keeping people engaged. Here at St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral in downtown Buffalo, you can see they're doing a thing right now called Ashes to Go as a way to remind people the importance of Ash Wednesday.
Any of us can develop a kind of spiritual amnesia. Life is just that way, isn't it?
During Ash Wednesday services at St. Joseph Cathedral, Bishop Richard Malone from the Catholic Diocese of Buffalo reminded attendees how important it is to focus on their faith during this first day of Lent.
It's a call to change our hearts, and taking the ashes on is a commitment to that.
The bishop said he is pleased to see the tradition of getting ashes being passed through the generations.
Remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return.
But national data shows more young people are not going to church or even affiliating themselves with any religion.
Well, it's very concerning. I mean, the whole meaning of tradition is to pass it on, and we want to pass on our greatest treasure.
The Diocese of Buffalo says they are seeing the trend locally.
It's everywhere. That sense of subjectivity that everybody has a growing internal locus of authority, so they're not necessarily going to a church or presuming a church, any institution is credible.
But there is hopeful research that shows the millennial generation is increasingly interested in subjects concerning spiritual matters.
On the internet, it's gigantic. Everyone is seeking out information about spirituality.
For local churches, the new attitude will mean a new way of attracting the faithful.
Much more missionary, much more out there, a lot less presuming, a lot more things off campus.
And since millennials are more impressed by actions, the diocese says it is looking to make increased use of social media and outreach missions.
Which is great because, as Pope Paul said, we listen much more to witnesses than we do teachers.
And this is one of those examples about that outreach right here at St. Paul's Episcopal. And you see on a very, very cold day, the bishop is out here going car to car handing out ashes. But the Christian churches are not the only ones who are seeing this trend of people staying away from church. We talked to a local rabbi tonight who shared some interesting insight to what's happening in the Jewish community. We'll have that story coming up at 6 p.m. Live in downtown Buffalo, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Ed. So do you consider yourself to be a religious person? Do you attend service regularly? Join in on the conversation now on our WKBW Facebook page.